Welcome back to Digital Gooning. How is everyone today?
We're still
Has it been at
here.
Has it been at least 5 seconds?
Fantastic.
Oh, yay. I'm at the Azure Goon, otherwise known as Az. I am joined by Revy, the Tomboy Goon, Strayed, the Crystal Goon, and Wolfric, the Hero Goon. How is everyone today? I just asked you that. Let's move on.
Is that what we decided on?
I don't know. Like, I just kind of threw out names based on your characters and then kept rolling with it.
Dude, we've been doing this for like 5 weeks with the program.
Three out of four of you complained, but none of you have offered suggestions for better ones.
What, for the
Three
game?
out of four insinuates that you're the only one that might not complain, since we'd be complaining to you, and I haven't complained once, so that's false information.
It might be, because I wasn't including myself in that count.
So,
Completely lacks object permanence, so this is just how it's going to be.
Clearly.
I want to have an update to the Horse Racing Girl podcast, because I have kept playing that.
I uninstalled the moment we finished the podcast.
I was going to. And then I went through Revy's training course. And when I actually tried hard, I did not do well. But I noticed my team needed a dirt runner. And the only dirt runner I had is literally the worst character in the game, Urara. I want to say her name is the little pink-haired girl one whose real horse never won a single race in her life.
Which is exactly why you should make the horse win.
So
yeah, exactly.
I was just gonna do a quick run with her, run her until she lost. She went all the way to the fucking end and got an ending. It's the first time it's happened for me. She's currently my best horse now, and I don't know what the fuck I did different. Besides not care.
You just gave her the love she needed.
Well, I mean, like I said before the podcast started, this is a roguelike.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes when you start the game up and choose a run with a horse girl, that run can be different every time.
Yeah.
So it's
I got
sometimes you don't even.
Go ahead.
You don't even have to do things right sometimes. Sometimes things just happen and you squeak by.
I did get a lot of bullshit objectives, get a certain amount of fans, which worked out for me. But then I got unbullshit objectives where it's oh hey, score first place in a G1, and I'm like, okay, that's where my run's gonna fucking end. But no, she fucking won it, and I don't know. Literally the race before, and she got last place by a good 40 seconds after the horse before her finished. And in that race, she just fucking scored first. And I'm like, okay, fuck it.
What we're learning is Az took a shotgun to the horse's knees in first place.
Yes. So what I've learned from this game is bullshit. And I'll keep playing it for now. But yeah, this game is real bullshit. What the fuck? And her goal was to run in a beginner's race, which is literally the first thing you do. And I'm I succeeded my goals in life. And I'm like, girl, aim higher.
I'm gonna take you all the way, baby.
Yeah. It's better than those girls that want to win a triple crown. Fuck that.
I was gonna say that is one object. And again, after you win or lose a race, you get to pick the next race objectives with that character.
Yeah.
So
they're all run beginner race now.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention, that new objective could be win triple crown.
Well, I haven't run the same horse twice yet. So
I have, dude.
I'm going to, because I literally just ran her for my team. But now I want to focus on getting the actual horses I care about up.
absolutely ran Ms. Ryan until I beat UR with her.
Yeah, and then you watch their concerts, and they're singing their heart outs and weird metal songs. Am I talking about the game or the show right now? I don't remember which. Anyways, we watched Kpop Demon Hunters.
So, did you hear the good news?
What's the good news?
The Epstein releases are going to the Epstein list isn't going to be released, so Logar has nothing to worry about. Logar has done nothing wrong.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Straight knows exactly what that means.
Straight.
I'm contractually bound to not talk about Warhammer.
Is this? Oh, it's a Warhammer thing. Okay, because I am close to just cutting this from the podcast.
I'm not contractually bound, but I will not pick.
Oh, come on. We've done this for 6 things in a row.
I'll be nice. We'll just save it for the end. Save it for the end.
Hey, Az, can I get one?
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
You know full fucking well, Borgar may be on that list, but if anyone's going to be on that list, it's fucking Fulgrim. Anyway, I'm done.
I don't know any of these people. You guys.
Yeah, no, he's got a point.
Because you refuse to learn Warhammer with us.
This is like 10-year-old me trying to tell my mother about Charmander.
Is that the one with the yellow tail?
Listened.
My parents didn't.
No, your mom didn't listen to you talk about Charmander because she is Team Bulbasaur.
Okay, so my mother actually took me to the Pokemon movie. She told me this movie's going to be insane from what the news is telling me. Have your shoes on, be by the door. And then she comes in and I don't have my shoes on and I'm watching Monster Rancher.
You're watching what?
Monster Rancher.
Wow.
Oh,
you made the wrong bet.
Yeah, we get there. I'm fifth in the line. We get there early enough. I'm fifth in line. Really, literally, all I did was throw my shoes and run to the car. But she complained the entire way.
Yeah, no shit.
And then she took me to see Digimon later on. And on the way out, because she fell asleep, on the way out, she's like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
David, I've watched both Pokemon and Digimon movie with you now, and Digimon is shit. I'm sorry.
No shit.
In my defense, you have that fucking Angela Anaconda divorce simulator in front.
I was about to say, she actually didn't watch the Digimon movie at all. She fell asleep before the Angela Anaconda bit ended, and she thought that's what Digimon was.
You know what? You found me. I am the divorced kid from that fucking story you've heard.
Fucking Angela Anaconda.
Unfortunately, that kid mentions in the 4chan that his parents didn't speak the best English, and unfortunately, I know full well that both your parents were white bread as fuck.
Oh God, yes they were. Yes, they were. Oh, anyway, so yeah, Kpop Demon Hunters. 3 out of 4 of us have watched it. One of us has not because he refused.
How dare you, Revy?
Oh, please. This was my idea to begin with.
Oh, I think it was your idea, yeah. That is why his orb currently is the blue screen of death, because he has nothing to report. And
I would like...
Go ahead.
No, I would like to say I have since avoided this because I just really... Not because of any, quality issues or for any, particular reason. It's just I really don't care about K-pop. And, I think that's... I saw it and I'm like, okay, this isn't for me. It's for a lot of people. It's not for me.
If I tell you one thing about it, I want to know how, give me a number out of 10 that it cranks it up or down for you.
Hold on. Okay. I will say, just one last thing. At the time of recording this podcast, I am in solidarity with the rest of South Korea. I am playing a Korean game. And it's about killing monsters. So
cool. So you have
do I get a runner up?
You have general experience, yes.
Yeah, sure.
So tell me how much out of 10 this cranks it up or lowers it for you. I don't know where you currently are though.
Where in terms of how much interest I would take in it, and 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest?
Of watching it. Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, wait. Like how? Okay. I guess
10 is I'm going to watch it the second we're off this computer, and 1 is I will burn the studio to the ground.
I was gonna say we can watch it right now. Like,
well, how about you don't put words in my mouth? like legally binding actionable threats in my mouth.
Okay, so 10 is I'm watching this right now. 1 is I'm
hunting down the director's family.
I did not say that one. You put those old words in your mouth.
Wow, you sounded just like me when you said that.
Yeah, I did. I'm getting better. 1 is I will never watch this movie ever, and I will take it to the grave proudly with me.
Okay.
Where are you currently?
In where I am right now, I want to say like 3 or maybe 4.
Okay.
Just because, like, I don't want to absolutely say never, because there's a chance. I know already people are saying this is fucking awesome, and I believe them. I believe that they think that way, and I believe they're being genuine. These are people's opinions that I trust, and I don't know. It's just there's something about it that's just like I've kind of resigned to. This is just not happening, and I'm going to let this. That happens. I think that happens for everyone. It's like there's a very popular thing that you should like that you've just decided is not going to be for you, and you're not going to engage with it. And you're just going to sit there for a while, and you're just going to let it wash over you.
Okay. Now, let me tell you...
Go ahead.
No,
good.
Let me tell you one thing about it, and you tell me how much it raises or lowers for you. This is made by the same people who made the 2 Spider-Verse movies.
Well, I already knew that. It doesn't raise or lower it. Because I like those really? Spider-Verse movies. I liked them. But it's not like... I watched them for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah. I kind of I went into this because of the gifts. I'm going to be honest with you.
I was going to say I exclusively chose this based off of the gifts. Like there was no other like.
I watched it because
Reddy has still only ever actually watched this in gifs.
No, I've seen the whole movie and I have things to say about it. But no, like just the gifts I was sending in Discord about the. Yeah. Just like some of the animation.
Wolf, why did you watch it? Oh god.
Oh, because I just like K-pop.
Okay, cool.
I listen to K-pop on the regular.
I listen to K-pop on the reg too. Yeah.
Yeah, I am not into K-pop whatsoever, but I did watch it because of just the gifs. Because like the animations were like, oh, this might be interesting.
Nice. So
I'll say that. I'll say that. Like the animation still looks great. It looks stellar, and I appreciate everyone who said that. Like more studios need to focus on more expressive and creative designs. And this movie seems to be going for that, and I do greatly appreciate that.
I always like stylized over realism. Always.
I agree.
If you go for realism in an animation, you should have just made a live action movie.
Correct.
So Sony's been kind of killing it with their take on producing movies recently. Letting animators actually animate and not like taking the reins and telling them what to do. So I got to give them props for that.
I will say that I don't know if this is true or not. I keep hearing it. So I don't know if this is a widely spread rumor or not. This movie used to be 3 hours long.
I believe it.
But it was cut down to an hour and a half. Now, that is something that happens, but I'm surprised. I'm shocked that it's this good at an hour and a half. At the same time, I don't think I would like this movie if it was 3 hours.
And that's why they cut it down.
I think...
Well, let's be fair. Like, I don't think I would like almost any movie at 3 hours, because there's just a point where it's just like...
Yeah.
This either should have been a TV series with multiple episodes, or this should have been like 2 movies cut together. Like
it feels like
What about Lord of the Rings, though?
I was gonna say
director's cut of Lord of the Rings. No, I don't think
I will safely say I have not seen a full Lord of the Rings movie in its entirety in one sitting.
I like Lord of the Rings. I really do. My wife has forced me to watch the director's cuts back to back
because she cares about you.
And while I will say that some of the things should have been included, I think the theatrical releases are better still. I know that's going to have me crucified.
Like,
I will say, what the fuck happened with Saruman? Why did they cut that? Oh my god!
I think that does come up generally when people are talking about like what should have been cut or what should have really been left out, or like why did they cut this? The why did they cut this is like, I understand like some of the scenes just aren't important and they're there for fluff, but yeah, the ultimate fate of the main villain outside of Sauron.
He's the main villain of the first fucking movie. You know what? The first two movies, I should say.
He is. Yeah, he is. It's like you know what it is? It's like the ending of episode 6 Star Wars, where you see Darth Vader shock the Emperor, throw the Emperor down the pit while shocking him and save Luke, and then it cuts to Luke just leaving. Yep. No closure. No closure. That's what that would be.
I have a better example. You remember Count Dooku?
Yeah.
Imagine Obi-Wan just waking up, seeing Count Dooku dead on the floor, like, yeah, shit happened, don't worry about it.
Like, it would be more akin to like if Anakin walked into the room and the door shut, and then like they just left. The next shot was just like
with the Chancellor.
Yeah, the next shot was just like the three of them walking out.
No one talks about Dooku ever again.
Yeah, and then somebody makes an offhand comment like that was weird, and just like never again.
Oh god, fucking damn it.
Good.
So we're going to attempt to explain the plot of this movie to Strayed.
Okay. The plot is actually very simple.
Does a K-pop girl group kill demons?
Yes.
Yes and no. The whole lore of the universe is that demons were running rampant in the world until basically 3 people got together. And they kind of figured out that if they like
harmonize,
if basically they sung and enough people basically enjoyed their singing and they harmonized, the power of basically that harmonization could seal the demons away into their own dimension.
Yeah, they
like back to where they came.
Oh boy, this movie just went down to a 2 for me.
Nice. They created this magical grid across the world called the Hamun.
Yeah, like just imagine if like to banish the demons back to the warp.
No. It's spelled Honmoon. It's not Hamon. It's Hanmoon.
It's Hanmoon.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine.
I genuinely thought it was Hamon first, and I watched it with subtitles, and I was like, "Oh, it's Hanmoon."
Imagine if the Grey Knights were just a boy band. That's truly what it is. Imagine if the Grey Knights showed up to like a demon incursion in the Imperium, and it was just a boy band who, through the power of singing, closed the warp rift.
See, as I knew we'd get around to Warhammer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that could canonically happen. There's so many squads. It could just happen.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but like that is the very basic thing. Is they harmonize, and it always has to be. They kind of represent it as like it's always at least 3 people.
Yeah, it's always
to appropriately do it.
It's always 3 women. So they go in and the fans start explaining who each K-pop person is. You have Zoe, who is the
You watched the movie.
lyricist. You have Mira, who's the dance choreographer. And Bad Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got Rumi, who is like the main singer. She's also the daughter of one of the previous hunters.
She's basically just she's basically just kind of like K-pop royalty, et cetera.
Yeah.
I like how you explained it in the reverse order that they're introduced in the actual movie.
Yes, because I wanted to end on Rumi because she's the only one that matters, and I'm just going to carry on from there.
Yeah.
No. I think Zoe matters a lot.
Like, I will say I have the most issue with Rumi out of all of them.
Well, yeah, because you don't have time to have issues with the other 2.
I mean, Rumi has over like 90% lyric distribution in most of their songs.
Yeah. So Rooney, something you have to understand from the very start, half of her backstory is basically sequel bait. That's just something you have to accept going into this movie.
Yeah, like it is. It annoys me, and I think like it annoys me because her backstory leaves so many plot holes that have to be
plot holes. It leaves plot openings for the future.
It's a fucking plot hole.
There is no plot holes.
No, there's some plot holes.
Not in her backstory.
Yeah, dude, her backstory,
is it stuff that doesn't make sense or stuff that needs to be explained later?
It needs to be explained later. So,
and that's not a plot hole necessarily.
The big thing is an early reveal that demons have these patterns on their body. And an early reveal is she takes off her coat while looking in the mirror and her arm has patterns.
Yeah, much like in real life, the demons have tribal tattoos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her father was a demon and her mother was a hunter.
But what annoys me...
explain it more than that, really.
They basically...
Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they don't they don't explain it more than that. But every other demon you see is either like a imp or is like there are some human demons, but those human demons are like they can't disobey the demon lord.
Yeah,
because he could just like flat out just do.
The demons that look fully demon are the ones that were devoured as humans and then turned into demons.
Yeah,
it's basically the leftovers of the soul.
Yeah, basically the demons
eat.
Yeah, they come to the world and they take people's souls.
Yes,
I'd say the most human-looking demons are their variants of Grim Reapers. I'd have to look up for the actual
the ones
name that they use in Korean lore, but it's the ones in the black suits with the big hats.
Yeah,
the
ones that make deals. What is his name? We have his name here. Hold on.
Jinu,
is that his name?
Yeah, Jinu's the leader.
No, not Jinu.
Guima?
Mr. Squid Game himself. Guima is the demon leader. He's basically like a flame on top of a mountain. The people that he makes deals with, the humans he makes deals with, they stay human-ish. But that's basically why.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't say there's enough substantial evidence because the only human that we know that he's made a deal with is Jinu. I mean, we can postulate that he's made more deals, but like
I would extrapolate that to the rest of that band is like he's made deals with all of them.
No.
Have you seen the concept art for all of, like the boy bands, their actual demon forms?
No, I have not.
They're all horrible monstrosities besides Jinu.
Well, I consider in the demon world, I consider anyone who looks like an actual human to at least have been human at one point.
All right,
I take that. That's valid.
I kind of feel like we're gonna hang up on this.
Well, I'm moving on, but the issue I have is like. Jinu explicitly states that he can hear, the dude's voice in his ear the whole time.
Guima, yeah.
Yeah, and Guima can also just pull him back to the demon world wherever he feels like.
Yes.
But, truly just kind of So, somehow, Rumi's father is, not bound. Yeah,
we don't know.
He's a demon.
We don't know anything about her father. We have no idea of anything. They literally just say her father's a demon, and that's where they drop it.
Yeah, and that's my hang-up is they say they show the demons as being basically completely controlled by Guima, and then it's just the throwaway line of oh yeah, your dad was a demon, and then he died.
I'm telling you, it's sequel bait. That's all it is.
Well, again, the Dante parallels become a bit more pronounced. We know nothing about Sparta.
Yeah, except he's super powerful. This guy, we don't even know he's super powerful. He just fucking...
Why did a demon rebel? Why is a demon okay in Devil May Cry? Why did he have kids? Well, he woke up to justice.
Yeah.
And backstory.
So, we'll just do the plot, I guess. They're on the plane to their concert, and their concert's starting without them. They realize that their plane is just taking them off course, and that
They've been kidnapped by demons.
Yeah, all the staff working are demons. I did not turn on my streamer mode.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice.
We're here for the scuff.
Yes, we're here for the scuff. So the staff is like fucking watering plants with coffee and just touching random buttons all over the plane and shit. And we're subjected to their eating, which is it's probably
where all the gifts come from.
It's probably the biggest forms of body horror I have seen all year.
I haven't. I watch Papa Meat daily, so I have seen body horror.
I don't know.
Yeah, seriously.
It's really not that bad.
Meat Canyon. You watch this stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's fun.
Oh, you can't say that. Describe.
So, do you know what Kpop is?
Kpop. Not really,
to explain.
Is this about body horror?
So, just think of a long roll of rice wrapped in seaweed, like a foot long, and she just shoves the whole thing down her throat while going.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
Shit like that. Just constantly nonstop.
Yeah, like it is.
I've seen that GIF. I can't escape that GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something I noticed, and I can't get past, is the amount of calories they were saying they needed to eat didn't match up with the amount of food they even had on the table. They didn't even have like 1/10 of the amount of food they needed to meet their calorie goals.
So
isn't it usually the opposite problem for K-pop stars?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
The entire fight that they have with the demons revolves around them trying to heat up their ramen in time.
Yeah, like have their pre-game ramen.
Which I would totally try those ramens.
Yeah,
they all look pretty delicious.
I love ramen. It does lead to a really funny lyric for me, which I'm going to steal. Bleeding isn't in my blood.
Yep.
It's fun.
So the demons rip apart the plane, and they just kind of stand at the edge of the plane like physics doesn't exist, while they eat their ramen, and jump down, while they start accessorizing and putting makeup on demons and shit, until they land and kill them on their stage show.
Yeah, like the whole thing is just kind of...
It's nuts, and I fucking loved every second of it. The whole thing's just weird and horrifying.
The song they got choreographed to the part, I think, was really good.
Yeah,
I think it was a good choreography.
Yeah, like as someone who does not watch K-pop or whatsoever, like choreographing was good. There were a couple songs that were like absolute bangers, though.
I have to say,
gets for my napalm arrow.
Yeah. Mirror, mirror on my phone, who's the baddest? Us, hello. Such a weird fucking line. And then she just tosses a demon into the fucking air. Yeah, I have to say my two favorite songs, though, were... You know what? We'll get to it.
Really?
Yeah. They do the show, and they decided that they need a vacation. They turned down their expensive vacation for a trip to their couch. And they just start cheering couch, couch, couch. But Rumi, terrified that she's becoming a demon quicker, and seeing that they're about to turn the Hamun gold, which would seal the demons. I don't know if it's forever, or if it's just for like the rest of their lives.
They use the term forever.
Yeah, they
so that must mean that
forever.
It never became gold before.
No, the whole idea... Again, with the, like, I guess the energy synchronizing,
yeah,
is that they would have to travel around and perform to, like, basically cast the whole moon through the world.
Yeah, but the thing that confused me, like, is gold something that every group is able to attain, or is that something that hasn't been attained before?
Stop. My argument is that, like, because this is the 21st century, that they are the first ones to be able to obtain it just because of basically just like streaming and the internet.
Yeah.
Like so many people can watch the actual concert. that is the only way that they've managed to get gold for so long.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like that's how I take it. Is people have been working towards making it gold.
Got it.
But like, in order to actually make it gold, you have to have enough people do it.
So she's told if she makes the Hanun gold, the demon's stripes would vanish. She's told that from her adopted mother. So she rushes the release of their big single called Golden, which they think is going to turn everything gold. It's the story of their lives, and she rushes it.
It's literally just an aria for Rumi, though. Just gonna put that out there.
It's what?
A solo for Rumi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just Rumi's big solo.
And, but the demon stripes are going too quickly, and they get to her neck, and they stop her from hitting the high notes. And, around this time, the demons are all terrified because shit's turning gold, and we're not going to be able to leave again. So, while the demon leader's upsetting Spaghetti, what is his name?
Genu?
Genu.
Oh, no, Rumi is the one who has the initial ID, and Genu kind of like, okay, whatever.
No, Genu comes and mocks his leader,
Guima,
and kind of like prods him into accepting his plan, which is to form a demon boy band and go after
their fans base. Yeah.
Yes, the greatest evil this world has ever known. Boy bands.
That's kind of what I was getting at, is because they have to target their fans, they exclusively have to pull people away from casting, the golden aura.
Yeah. So while they're trying to fix her voice, they run into the Saja Boys? Saja Boys.
Yeah, the Saja Boys.
Which means lion boys, I guess.
I think it's like a double name, because I believe Saja. I'm not going to speak on it because I'm not sure, and it
translates to lion. That's why they keep saying join the pride.
It also have a double meaning.
Okay.
I believe it's the first set of letters in the. I'm just going to look it up.
Okay.
Is it a similar thing? I'm really not familiar with Korean at all, but is it a similar thing how like ogre and demon in Japanese is kind of the same thing?
No idea.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so they literally run into them.
Apologies. So in Korean folklore, a Grim Reaper is known as an apologies for the pronunciation, Gyosung Saja.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's okay.
Literally either.
So it could be either lion or Grim Reaper. That's neat.
So it kind of sounds like it's kind of like if they call themselves the Harvesters.
Or like Reaper Boys or something
it's like that. It's like that's close enough that you can get it if you know what's up.
Okay.
It's like, that's close enough to it.
I think it's just a nice little detail that the author did, as well as, and I'm going, Huntrix is, I believe, it's a triple entendre, because they're hunters, they're a trio, and the X represents something as well. I can't remember what.
Alright. And
there's a lot of small details in the movie.
Yep.
The boys perform soda pop for the public to both steal their fans and mock them. And
what a song.
It's my second favorite song. It's a really fucking fun song.
Honestly, my favorite part of that is Baby Saja's rap.
Yes. One of my favorite parts of it is when the old lady tries to run at them and Genu just power hip thruster back into the crowd. He literally cockblocks her. Oh,
yeah,
God.
It's pretty good.
It's great. I love it. So they just start mocking the girls, trying to get at them, and luring them into traps to the point where Genu ends up finding out about her patterns. And of course,
and he's like, "Oh, this is a problem."
You did miss something. They go on a TV show, and Huntress decides to interrupt them on the TV show, and then that leads up to a chase scene where they go into a men's bathhouse, and that's when Jinu finds out about Rumi's marks.
The good old like Japan and Korea like variety shows where people are just on to do stuff.
Goo goo gaga.
Or this explicit thing, they're drinking hot sauce. Like,
yes, and the person that wins is Baby Saja. Because they're drinking hot sauce out of baby bottles. That's an important thing to mention.
That we're not doing justice here for Strahd. Just saying.
I know.
I can feel us losing them.
I mean,
look,
there wasn't much to
Warhammer,
gain.
jingle, jangle, jangle. Warhammer, jingle, jangle.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm awake now.
Oh, God. Fuck. Anyway.
but yeah, like the
Yeah, so they try to Jinu ends up trying to find out more about Rumi and find out about her patterns, which he finds out that God, these names. Gwyn Ma has...
It doesn't seem like they're that hard to remember.
Shut up.
He finds out that Guima doesn't have his voice inside Rumi's head, and then he begins to tell her that, he's not what she thinks he is, and she doesn't trust him. Typical first meeting with the enemy stuff.
He tells her a story of how he became a demon.
Like how he sold his soul to Guima in order to better him and his family and get them out of poverty.
By making him better with performing.
Yep.
But he tells her that after he died, the palace that he was at threw his family into the cold. We find out later that is not true. That is not at all what happened. So, yeah, what happens? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, they just keep... Go on, you take over.
Well, okay, so I apologize. So they go to finding out that, the Saja boys are getting a little popular, and they decide to make a song called Takedown. And it kind of goes into this little montage, and Rumi's having kind of self-doubt. She can't really sing anymore. I do believe we skipped an important part where they were going to sing Golden. However, Rumi's voice wasn't working, and she ran away, and that's when her, markings became more prevalent, and she's on top of some tower where she screams, and the whole Hamoon turns, like a purple...
Yeah, like she ends up weakening the Hamoon by accident is how I took it.
Yeah, that's how I took it too.
And then,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say they decided to, instead of doing Golden, make Takedown, which is supposed to be like a...
diss track.
Yeah, a diss track against the demons. And at this point, Rumi is feeling like, so torn between the fact that she's half demon that she can't, sing it. Or get behind it.
Yeah.
And she's having this little romance subplot with Jinu where the honestly best character in the show is Derpy. It's this stylized lion cat.
Yes.
And it has just these eyes, these uncanny eyes that just don't blink, and it just stares. And it is like one of the most adorable things ever, and I love it. The crow's good. I saw a theory.
Do you want to know what the crow's called?
Oh, actually, yes. I don't know that one.
Sussy.
Yep.
That's great. I saw a theory that this crow steals the hat and sits on top of Derpy's head so it doesn't fall off and he doesn't try to constantly pick it up.
Why does the bird have a tiny hat? I made it for the tiger, but the bird keeps stealing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, this is when the show kind of breaks down into cliches. You have...
Super.
Yeah,
the show or the movie?
The movie, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Here's a nice little plot hole I will point out, because Yeah, at this point, things are breaking down, and they have that like slight disagreement that ends up with them on a subway car.
Yes.
And several hundred people have their spirits stolen and disappear.
Yeah.
And it's just like never mentioned again.
Yeah, a lot of people disappear while the two main characters are making googly eyes at each other, and they're not really... They don't really bring it up too much of the fact that all these people are dead now.
Well, it's not only that, but like, the three of them arrive at a train station and get off the train in like modern day Korea, where I can only imagine there's like CCTV everywhere. And like none of the 100 other passengers like get off. Like they're just gone.
But what's next?
There's also some, I feel, time inconsistencies, but they're not so bad as
there is a major one where they're like, the concert's tomorrow, and then the next morning they're like, the concert's tomorrow.
Yep, that one.
That one's the worst one.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. They're like, it's evening and they're practicing, and they're like, the concert's tomorrow, and then they wake up and the concert's still tomorrow. It's weird.
I mean, it is possible they woke up on the same day.
It's possible, but it looks like evening, and then it's clearly morning. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she ends up convincing Jinu to help her by sabotaging the Saja boys, and so they win the Pop Idol competition, and they'll be able to make the Hamun Gold. And since Jinu is on the other side, in the actual world, he'll be safe from Gwyn.
Yeah, he will no longer be a demon and be like a human again.
So that's their plan. Until Gwynma immediately yanks him back and says, I know you were lying to her and you weren't actually going to join her, because if you did, you would have told her the truth. That the second you got to the palace doors and they said they weren't going to let your family in with you, you yeeted your family and just went to live in the palace and get fat until I took over your body.
Yep.
Dude straight up leads his family at the door to the palace that he gets put in, starving, so he could go and just hang out with rich people and get fat all day.
So the character models used for his mother and sister are the same character models used at the beginning of the movie that are being protected by the original hunters. And so that might be the same people or just the same character models.
Really?
Yeah, they're the exact same. And it is a woman and a...
Okay.
So
where were
we? So the Pop Idol thing happens. And so something happens with the Saja boys, which leads Rumi to believe that Jinu actually performed and is keeping up his end of the bargain.
They said that they were fighting.
Yes.
So that's go on first.
It kind of leads her to believe that he's keeping his word and helping her.
Yeah, so they perform their song Golden, and Rumi performs it and gets on this nice little circular thing and does a nice little spinny deal. I don't know what to call it. And she comes down. She's having her big moment.
It's a gymnast hoop.
Yeah.
It's like a giant metal circle that they suspend from the ceiling, and she like sings while suspending from it.
And she actually sees the Hamun turning gold. Like it is actually turning golden and sealing.
And she is excited. And meanwhile, Mira and Zoe see Bobby getting kidnapped by some demons, so they run away. We never
said who Bobby is, but that's their like manager.
Yeah, Bobby's their manager. Very cool guy, voiced by the dude who showed his penis in The Hangover. I can't remember his name.
Ken Jeong.
But yeah, King Jeong. He's getting kidnapped, so they run away. Suddenly they appear on stage and start singing Takedown, and it's just your run-of-the-mill bully scene where they're bullying her and she has a breakdown, her patterns get revealed, her teammates see them.
All the lyrics that they made to go after the Saja boys are now turned to Rumi for being part demon.
Well, yeah, I was going to say the demons show up and basically impersonate her two best friends to sing it.
So the song they've been working on to attack the Saja Boys the entire time is now used to reveal her to the world, and that's kind of neat. I like that moment.
Yeah, it is pretty neat, and they kind of have a bit of a falling out, and like I can get their distrust, but I don't understand why they were so like
they were gung-ho to raise their weapons.
Yeah, they were very gung-ho to raise their weapons. They didn't want any explanations or anything.
Like, the second she stepped towards the mirror, just, like, shoved the staff in her face with a knife at the end of it.
And then they begin to have self-doubts. The Saja Boys announce a concert at some hilltop venue. I can't remember exactly what they called it. Everyone starts going there. Bobby, their manager, has like some inner doubts that we can presume is Guima speaking to him, but it's in his voice.
At this point, like all the inner doubts are in Guima's voice, so at this point, like you can assume the Hamoon is basically broken.
Yeah.
And Guima is directly influencing people on the surface to basically go to this location for him.
And Rumi goes to their teacher, who is now for the very first time appearing in a non-flashback scene, and asks her to kill her. And their entire resolution could probably be written on a sticky note.
Yep.
But
I mean, there's a little more in between. You know, Rumi finds out and feels like, she never actually loved her because she had the demon markings, and it's, just kind of feels like one of those things where it's like your mother never actually loved you, she despised you. And then she asks her to kill her, and then he's like, we can find a way to change this. We can fix the Hamoon. And where did it go from there?
Basically, it results in you never loved all of me. You hated parts of me.
Yep.
And she keeps trying to get her to hide what she is and try to fix the Hamoon the normal way. And to which she responds, if this is the Hamoon that... something like, if this is what the Hamoon stands for, I'm glad to see it destroyed. And then she vanishes in demon smoke.
Which was honestly pretty cool, and I wish we'd see her do it again.
Yeah, maybe.
And then the demons won.
They're about to. Gwynma is about to eat them all, and the...
I was going to say, Gwynma, like, appears in person.
Yeah.
Who's Gwynma?
Demon Lord.
Guima. So pretty much they go to this idol venue, and Guima plays pyrotechnics for the Saja Boys as they have their final song called Your Idol, which is honestly kind of a fucking banger.
It's the best song in the movie.
That is the best song in the movie.
Straight, if you listen to one song, listen to Your Idol. It's an amazing villain song.
I was about to say, it's effectively the villain song of the movie.
Yes.
Because those are always the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always the best. Like, every time.
It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
And then Rumi shows up to fight him.
Yep. Rumi, as all of her friends and the entire city is about to be devoured in flames, she shows up and says she's going to create a new Hamoon. And she starts singing her Finding My Voice song.
I believe the song is called The Song We Couldn't Sing.
Something like that.
The song we couldn't write. I believe that's what it is.
This is what it sounds like? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Hold on. I have my phone around here somewhere. But yeah, her singing snaps her friends out of it. And they join in the harmony and form together to try to save everyone's soul. What it sounds like is what it's called. It's very tacky. It's very campy. It's kind of what you expect from this movie at this point.
Honestly, not a bad song if you listen to it by itself.
But Guima is like, yeah, fuck that. And just starts going full force blast on Rumi, and she can't stop it. All of a sudden, the sound cuts off. The flames stop hitting her. And,
it's like a Kamehameha kind of power level.
Yeah. Genu is just standing in front of her, taking the blast fully to his back. and telling her that he found his soul because of her, and now he'll give it to her. As you see his body just ripped apart by the flames, and his soul goes inside of her and gives them all the Super Saiyan power boosts they needed.
And it also heals her of her fucking demon.
No, she keeps her.
It makes her demon marks pearlescent, which I actually think was a pretty cool detail. They're now pearlescent, and then
afterwards it's done. Like,
yeah, I think it stays pearlescent. Yeah,
after they seal it, I don't think it sticks around. I wasn't in the end scene.
I think it's just. I think it's just very light.
Yeah, it's very light. It does stick around, but it's not as prominent. You can see the marks, and you can kind of see the pearlescence, but it's more matte and less glossy.
Yeah, I don't know.
If that makes any sense.
I could swear it sticks around. I don't know. But, yeah, they fucking destroy Guima, or seal him away. I'm not sure which.
They seal him back to the demon realm.
Okay.
So
they restore the Hamlin, which is blue. It's not gold. It's blue. They didn't make it gold.
Which means there's a sequel.
Yes. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting detail. I kept my eye on it the second time, but yeah, it never turns gold fully.
No, it doesn't. And, again, the sequel one we had.
The Saja boys stay dead. They don't come back.
So the only two that are confirmed dead are Mystery and Abby. The other, three? There was 5, right?
I could have sworn they all died.
I was going to say, Genu's, dead. He gave his soul away.
He is not confirmed dead, and neither is Baby and Romance.
What's these names?
Okay, so you have Genu.
There's just stereotypes of K-pop idols, male K-pop idols. Yeah. They're literally just stereotypes.
So you have Genu, you have Mystery, you have Romance, you have Abby, and you have Baby.
Yeah, it goes back to just American boy bands where one guy's the lover, one guy's the bad boy, one guy's, they each fit a niche.
They're stereotypes and they each have one fucking line each.
They have more lines in their songs than fucking Zoe and Mira. Yep. I'll tell you
that. They do though.
They legitimately do. Baby himself has more lines than I think Mira and Zoe put together because he has a whole fucking 2 rap sections and 2 separate songs.
Yep.
That are a pretty good length if you listen to the full length song.
Yeah, the Baby's the rapper. That's you're gonna get a lot of lyrics if you're the rapper.
But Zoe's the rapper too. And she really got lyrics.
Yeah. No, she comes in for a chorus.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it just kind of ends like that, where the world
things are just
currently at peace. Yeah.
So what I would have changed to just kind of better explain the plot holes I've kind of mentioned before?
Uh-huh.
I honestly would have just made fucking Genu Rumi's father.
That would have been great. I've seen a lot of people's comments that they shouldn't be romantic interests, but just friends. And I kind of agree.
They kind of are just friends. They never really jump into romance.
Yeah, they're just friends. But I would have just made Genu Rumi's father. I would have made this some generational plot of yeah, we know we can't beat them here, but we will, have you trick one of the idols into falling in love with you, and then we'll basically use that as a way to... Yes.
I don't know if I'd be okay with that.
I would have, and then it would just be the explanation of Rumi running off to find out what where her father went or what he did.
I'm okay with her father not being in the first movie. If they do a sequel, I want her father in it, but I'm more than okay with him not being involved in the first
movie. My issue with her father isn't the fact that he doesn't show up, but it's the fact that you've kind of opened up this plot hole to where
not
now
a plot hole.
No, it is.
That's what a plot hole is.
It is a plot hole because You're basically saying that there are demons in the world that can just completely ignore like Guinu and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Which I agree with Revi. I think it's a plot hole because it even shows us that Jinu, who is gaining his soul back, can't resist Guima's pull.
Yeah, exactly.
So how are you going to tell me some random demon, which I guess he's not random because he's Rumi's father, can resist Guima's pull enough to have a child?
We'll find out in the sequel.
Yeah, like
there might not even be a sequel.
Yeah,
there's going to be a sequel.
That's my whole issue with it. It's not the fact that he's just there and gone. It's the fact that now there's this entire class of demons that can resist his pull, and they don't show up. There's no, hint towards them. You would think that if there was a group of people that could resist his pull, they would also be actively working on a way to, make sure he does not come back.
I don't know.
Not to mention, Rumi's mother is kind of put off as this hunter who failed her whole existence just because she had a child with a demon.
Well, yeah, that goes back to the whole K-pop, you have to show that you're still single, mentality. You can't be an idol and also be in a relationship or have a kid.
Yeah.
Wow. What are your 3 favorite songs?
In no particular order, I would say Your Idol, How It's Done, and I gotta pick. So the rest of them, Soda Pop's good, but it's not in my favorites. How It Sounds is good, but it's not in my favorites. I guess I'd have to say Takedown, but that's the best of the ones that I don't I like, but I don't like.
Okay. My favorites are Your Idol, Soda Pop, Golden.
Yeah, Golden's good, but I would have definitely done Your Idol, Takedown, and then maybe Golden.
Which version of Takedown do you guys prefer?
I prefer the Demon version of Takedown, the ones they sung.
Okay.
I agree.
Not the Twice one?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, Twice is a good band, or K-pop group.
So, Stray, do you feel like you've seen this movie?
Yeah, so I genuinely feel like I watched the whole thing all the way through. So there should be no need to actually watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. You could listen to this and just know the entire movie now.
Yeah, definitely 1 star.
If someone asks me what my favorite song is, I guess I'll say Your Idol because it's the villain song.
I would, seriously though, after this, I would actually go listen to Your Idol.
It is they're all on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
A little.
Out of all of them, I think that's the only song you won't cringe at.
I could see that. A little fact is Derpy actually lives with the girls now. At the end, yep, the cat and the bird live with the girls.
Derpy and Sussy.
Yep.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Has anyone done anything else this week before we close this out?
Nothing that I can talk about here.
No, so you don't want me to talk about it. But if you insist, I was painting some minis.
Okay, are you gonna share?
Pictures?
Yes.
Sure. I could share a picture or two. Just
do it after
let me
the
find my
podcast, I guess.
But yeah, some fucking Grey Knight minis, painting them and shit.
Are you painting them anything but gray?
No.
Gunmetal white.
Okay. All right.
I've been testing between a white undercoat and a black undercoat to see which I feel is my favorite, and still undecided. Okay. I've basically just been playing Zenless and Pretty Derby. Oh, I have started a new game on Final Fantasy 14. Just running through the story in that.
Again? Why?
Just something to do and something to play on my PS5.
You have to branch out, man. You have to find something else.
What do you mean find something else? I'm playing fucking Zenless and Pretty Derby. That's pretty branched out for me.
Yeah, then you went back to Final Fantasy 14 to play the game again.
And there's plenty of stuff to do.
I don't hate your choices. I hate that you made them the only choice.
Wow. Okay, fine. I also played Peak with Strayed.
Did you play? I was about to ask. Did you play it any more than you played with me?
No, not at all.
Then it doesn't fucking count.
The last thing I did was find
a purple. Half an hour.
The last thing I did was find a purple sea urchin.
So you've decided to fully revisit the Freddy Fish games, and now you're revisiting all the Humongous games, and that's taking up most of your free time.
I got Putt Putt Joins a Parade for my son.
And you report on that?
It was months ago, but he played it once, and I'm going to try it again, because I think he might be a bit more understanding of what a mouse is this time around.
We'll see if he likes gacha games.
Yep. True.
Gotta start him young.
Gotta start him on that gambling grind.
I do want to put in a side note. We don't endorse underage gambling.
I do. The podcast doesn't. I do.
Oh, God. Fucking damn it. Oh,
hey,
it's a good.
You got Hell Divers.
You
should play some Hell Divers.
No, I uninstalled that.
Oh.
I could reinstall it. It takes forever.
Hold on, let me look. Let me look at something.
I play it every so often, around here and there.
I will ask, Revy, since you played Pretty Derby more than any of us, do you have your team max, like, spread out to, like, the 3 slots yet?
What? Repeat what?
So, I just unlocked the second slot in team races.
No, I have 2 slots. I don't have 3.
Okay. Because I only have 9 horses. So I can't fit the 10th slot right now. I don't have anyone to put in that.
Yeah, I have the horses. It's just kind of like I've been focusing on 1 or 2 characters and have not really built out the team.
I get that. I was just like, I think I need to get a 10th horse now, and I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this.
Well, you can always go to the glue factory and grab one.
Yeah, grab one before they change. Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing bad happens at glue factories.
I was going to say, just use your free pull for it, so.
For what? Like the limited one or the generic one?
I'd say the limited at the chance of getting that one, but either one.
I already got the robot horse. I know
then
she's not an actual
just
robot.
The regular one.
Bourbon. That's her name. I already got Bourbon. Alrighty.
Bourbon.
So yeah, share your miniatures with us. I want to see them.
Yeah.
Actually, if any of you got miniatures, I want to see them.
Oh, no, I'm a fraud.
Oh no, you don't have miniatures?
No,
I don't play with them.
Wait,
I have broken, busted hands.
No,
I am awful.
I could remember you bought a set and then played with me once. I have this memory in my head.
Those were, yeah, okay. Those are also unpainted and they're kind of just over to the side there, so I don't really count them.
Then paint them, you swine.
No, the Grey Armies are completely fine to play with.
Money is very expensive these days.
It's not even like you're buying the miniatures. You already have the miniatures. You're just buying paint.
The paint's expensive too.
Is it?
The paint is expensive too. Yeah, a little bit.
Like, is a special paint you need to get for this?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe I'll buy you the paint.
No.
Just so you can be a real fan.
You also need to purchase me time and patience. And no.
I can give you one of those. The other one, you're fucking out of luck, buddy. I'll tell you what.
Well, there we go.
I don't even have one of those. Alright. So, I guess that's our show for this week. Straight,
Cool.
I hope you enjoyed watching Kpop Demon Hunters.
I thought I was really there.
Yeah. It's about as long as the movie.
Yeah.
We skipped quite a few details, but they were minor.
For what you mentioned, I kind of see why you are of the opinion that this probably shouldn't have been 3 hours.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect length where you don't really get caught up on certain parts of the plot too much. You just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, they do a very good job of just jumping scene to scene and not giving you a chance to get too stuck on stuff. But
it's a fucking roller coaster all the way through, and I think that serves this animation and this plot very well.
It's turn your brain off and just ha kind of movie.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you need.
It's great. It's probably the best animated movie I've seen all year.
And then they have a few details that you can catch if you want to actually be analytical when you're watching the movie. But other than that, it's just a good shut your brain off.
I think the best movie I've seen all year is still oh god, brain.
Which one?
I seen it with you.
I did post a couple of pictures.
I was about to thank you.
Sinners is the best movie I've seen all year still.
Yep.
It's probably the best movie I've seen in 2 years, honestly. There hasn't been that many movies.
I don't know.
Okay.
It and Nosferatu are very close for me.
Nosferatu is nowhere near Sinners. Oh my god.
I disagree. But in a great way. That Sinners is fucking phenomenal. I also thought Nosferatu was phenomenal. But this cast isn't about that right now.
Listen, I enjoyed that cuck film, okay? I enjoyed that cuck film.
You are an absolute fucking disgrace. Seriously.
It's not in the same realm as Sinners. I'm sorry.
Fine. Anywho.
I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed Nosferatu. I was disgusted the entire fucking time watching it, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Oh god. No, seriously, that movie is just cuckold the movie. Anyway.
Jesus fucking Christ. Do you have no... Never mind, we're not doing this. I'm not doing this tonight. It's fucking It is fucking Monday night. I'm 2 beers in since we started this podcast. I'm not doing this right now.
I think this is the most upset I ever got straight on a podcast.
Fucking take you to a movie and you're like, oh yeah.
You took me to Sinners. You came over for Nosferatu.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why we were drunk while watching it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for all coming and joining us. Please share our podcast and hope you all have a lovely day. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.